Homage to the Venerable, to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zeng Kong Sang. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa and Master Dubdun Tarji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. And homage to the main deity of Homa today, Golden Mother of the primordial Jet Pond's equal body, the equal body of Golden Mother, the tiger head Vajra. Simo Tanzen Katso Dudan Siddhi, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. How do you do? Good afternoon.
I still Shanghai Hola amigo Que quiero mucho Scoin Ichiban Kimoji Jumi Yapi Pirin Konnichiwa Come, Xinjiang.
I would like to announce now for next Sunday, October 3rd, 3 p.m. There would be Vajra Sattva Homa fire offering ceremony. We all know about the trinity of the flower ornament or Avatamsaka, and they are our Sakyamuni Buddha, Manjushri Bodhisattva, and Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. So, Sakyamuni Buddha, Manjushri, and Samantabhadra are the Dharma princes of the Avatamsaka. So, Manjushri and Samantabhadra are the Dharma princes, and who are the Pure Land Trinity, Amitabha Buddha, Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, and Master Mahaprabhupada Bodhisattva. So Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva and Master Mahaprabhupada Bodhisattva are also Dharma princes. And in Tantrayana, and we all know a Dharma Buddha, then the five Dhyanis Buddha, and the most important Dharma prince of the five Dhyani Buddhas in Tantrayana is Vajrasattva. Therefore, Vajrasattva is the Dharma prince of Tantrayana. Or we can say that Vajrasattva is the founder or the patriarch of Tantrayana or Tantric Buddhism. A Dharma Buddha, five Dhyani Buddhas, and then Vajrasattva. So Tantrayana treats Vajrasattva as its Dharma prince, which is also the patriarch.
这个皈依我的上师的时候，
I remember when I took refuge in my
我的上
Guru,
师啊，
my
拿一尊
Guru
金刚萨埵给我，
gave me a statue of
这个
Vajrasattva.
是教主，
This is the
教
founder
教主
of Tantric Buddhism.
啊，金刚萨埵是密教的教主。
Vajrasattva is the founder of Tantric Buddhism.
那么你们今天所学的是什么？
So what do you study today?
啊，密教的教主
What do you practice?
也不足以。
Tantric Buddhism. So if you don't become Paramasappikant for the founder of Tantric Buddhism, would that be okay?
所有一切，
Everything.
你看嘛，四部三孤主，
The three main reliance of the
密教四部三孤主，
Kriya Yoga
我们都
of
知道
Tantric， Buddhism. We all know
观世音菩萨
the three main reliances. Our Lokitesvara Bodhisattva
是慈悲，
is for compassion.
文殊师利菩萨
Manjushri Bodhisattva,
是智慧的，
it's for wisdom.
表现力量的，就是金刚手菩萨，
And the one that showed
能
power is
密教
Vajrapani.
四部三孤主。
They are the three main reliances of the Kriya Yoga of Tantric Buddhism. And Vajrapani or Vajrahan Bodhisattva is the same body as
它
Vajrasattva.
是金母跟虎头金刚是等流身，
So like today,
等流身。
we say that Golden Mother
金刚萨埵
and the Tiger Head
金刚
Vajra
菩萨
are equal bodies.
菩萨
So Vajrasattva, Vajraheart Bodhisattva and Vajrahan Bodhisattva are all of equal
也
bodies.
等于是金刚萨埵。
So therefore Vajrapani is the same as Vajrasattva.
那虎头金刚呢？
And Tiger Head Vajra
这个也就是要是金母的等流身，
is the equal body of Golden Mother.
金刚萨埵、金刚手菩萨、
Vajrasattva, Vajrahan or Vajrapani Bodhisattva and
这三个
Vajraheart
都是教主，
Bodhisattva.
四部三孤主，观世音菩萨。
So the three main reliance of the Kriya Yoga of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Manjushri Bodhisattva and Vajrapani Bodhisattva, they are all Dharma princes.
都是法王子，所以这个金刚萨埵，所有密教的一切，
Therefore,
来自于
everything in Tantric Buddhism
金刚萨埵。
comes from Vajrasattva.
所以我们常常讲，这个我们修行的师父
Therefore, we often say
金刚持，
our Guru, our spiritual Guru in Tantric Buddhism is called the
阿
Vajradhara
达尔玛佛，
or the Vajra holder. And the Vajradhara
方佛
or the general or the chief Vajra holder is
金
Adharma
刚萨
Buddha.
埵
And the five Dhyani Buddhas are the five Vajradharas. And Vajrasattva
那你的上师呢？
is
第七金刚持，
Vajradhara is the sixth, and your Guru is the seventh.
第八金刚持。
And then when the root Guru is empowering the masters, then they become the eighth Vajra holder.
所以这一尊是密教的种子。
AP, 告诉 AP.
那么
Therefore
我们晓得 Om Vajra Sato Hom，
As we know, Om Vajra Sato
我
Hom.
们刚刚讲过了，它可以第一个 把烦恼清掉。
As we all know, it can lessen your worries, it can eliminate your bad lucks, and it can cleanse your karma. Om Pecha Sato Hum. Om Pecha Sato Hum.
金刚萨埵就是主尊。
So, in Vajrasattva is the main deity for it.
所谓金刚啊，金刚心百日明咒。
So, the 100-syllable mantra of the Vajrahat Bodhisattva, you should complete 100,000 recitations of it. And I chant it every day. Every time we have a ceremony, we would also chant the 100-syllable mantra and form Vajrasattva mudra.
下个礼拜要做他的护摩。
And next Sunday we will have his Homa, Vajrasattva Homa. You want to create affinity or connection with Tantric Buddhism, you need Vajrasattva.
让你一扫
So that with one sweep, your afflictions would be lessened.
每印除
And with the second sweep, bad lucks are gone. And with the third sweep, the karma will be gone.
Om Pecha Sato Hum.
Om Pecha Sato Hum. So is this deity important? In your heart,
大家斟酌斟酌，斟酌斟酌。
consider it. Encourage, as I said, that Golden Mother's equal body is Vajra, tiger head Vajra, and his mantra. Om Chimu Siddhi Hum Hum Pe. And the mudra is like the head of a tiger. Inward claps and then separate the two thumbs, like to form the ears. So that's the mudra of the tiger head Vajra. And you visualize Golden Mothers riding a tiger and then carrying an apricot golden color banner or flag. And I saw many of the apricot color banner all over the Homa fire pit. And it was written that Golden Mother is here to subdue. Who made it? You did? That's wonderful. Because in the year of the tiger, you want to put that banner at the wealth corner. First, all negative energy will not enter into your house because the tiger head Vajra is guarding it. And second, all the precious items would be brought home by the tiger head Vajra to your house. Brought home. So, when you have the tiger head Vajra guarding the wealth corner, that's the auspicious item of the year of the tiger. You can place a statue of the tiger head Vajra that would be even more majestic, or the triangular banner or flag. Oh, you made it fast, eh? Is it made of paper? nicely made. Tiger head Vajra is here to guard and command, and then a painting of a tiger head. It's really well made. So the True Buddha Foundation hasn't done anything. Has the True Buddha Foundation done it? No, in the process. But other people, they're fast. So whoever that made it first would win. So that's the auspicious item. But most importantly, it needs blessing. Or use your heart. You can bless it yourself, or you combine and then send a package or a letter to True Buddha Foundation to ask for blessings. That's fine too. Typically, after we make it, we want it blessed, so that Tiger Head Vajra would stay on the banner, on the commander banner. So that's an important part, a key point. Or you can also bless it yourself. Sincerely pray to the Tiger Head Vajra to bless the command banner at your house, and then place it at the wealth corner, so that next year, the year of the tiger, you can place it at your wealth corner in your house. So that's very important. Golden Mother has tremendous power. In my life, from beginning to end, at the start, it was Golden Mother who started me, opened my divine eye, all the way till today. And some people would pray to this one today, and tomorrow another one, and then the next day another one. They keep changing, and at the end they have none. But Grandmaster is different. From beginning to the end, it's always the same one. Golden Mother is the golden Daluo sage of Taoism. But you're Buddhist, so why do you worship Golden Mother, the golden sage? But the one that inspired me to become Buddhist was Golden Mother. So you should never forget this generosity, this favor. Golden Mother was the one to inspired me or recommended me to enter into Buddhism. She told me personally that you have the bone of a Buddha, or you have Buddha's bone. And my mom became very nervous. My son has a Buddha's bone, so he should become vegetarian, and in the future he would become a monk. He will not get married. And then Golden Mother said, no, that's not the case. You would know in the future. Vegetarian, yes, I have eaten vegetarian food. When I was practicing Dharma, I really was a vegetarian. It was quite miserable. And it will not do if I wasn't vegetarian, because whenever I smell it, I would be nauseous and vomit. So I really ate vegetarian food. When I was dating Simu before marriage, I was still a vegetarian then. Every time I invited her to dinner, it was vegetarian food. And she said, "Oh, you save money." But no, I had no choice. I had to eat vegetarian food during that time for the whole year. And I wrote an article that's called the thoughts of a vegetarian. During those time, whenever I smell it, I would vomit. And then after a year, I don't throw up after I smell it. I don't throw up after I try a mouthful. Then I knew it was okay. So I was vegetarian for a full year. Golden Mother was truly great. And Grandmasters always have his wishes fulfilled. I'm truly grateful. Deep gratitude. So my Buddhist studies was also recommended or inspired by Golden Mother. So don't think that Grandmaster could not. Grandmaster was unclear about Buddhism and Taoism. When I believe in Jesus, I was a Presbyterian. I went to Presbyterian church. And the minister Su Tianming gave me a baptism and said, "I use this water to give you baptism and to give you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit." So I have been baptized in Christianity. That's why I treat Jesus as my guru. I never abandoned him either. He's my guru. He's spoken many words, many statements in the Holy Bible that are the same as Buddhism. They are words from Buddhism. And I said about it that the threefold intrinsic emptiness or the three wills are intrinsically empty. That's in Buddhism, but also in the Bible spoken by Jesus and many more. If someone takes your jacket, then you also give him the underwear. Is there anyone that good on earth that if someone steals your outer clothes, you also give them the inner, the underwear? That would be a true saint or sage. He can forsake everything. He taught us to let go, to put down, to sacrifice. That's Jesus. If someone slapped your right cheek, you give them your left cheek. So he's also very compassionate toward his enemies. So my guru is also extremely compassionate. He delivers sentient beings. And the most important one is when he was crucified on the cross, he bled, he dripped his blood, and the drops of his blood eradicate the karma of all his disciples. So he forsake his own life for the sake of sentient beings. That's Jesus, and he's my guru. So don't think that other religious sects are this or that. Think about it. Like many concepts of Jesus was true. Jesus said, for a rich man to go to heaven, is like a camel passing through the hole of a needle. The same concept for a major politician to believe in Buddhism is like a camel passing through a needlehead. They're at a high position, they're the greatest. How can they believe in the Buddha? Hey, the Taiwanese saying, your old man is the greatest. Whom else would he believe in? And of course, the biggest one will never be humble enough to prostrate or to bow to the Buddha. They would never lower themselves. Look at the rich man like this, stuck up. They walk like this. They are so conceited because they are standing on top of a pile of money, of course. They are very high up there, arrogant. So, what Jesus said makes a lot of sense. Golden Mother is truly, truly tremendous. That's my opinion. That's how I think. This one is talking about how great love is. I was talking about greatness, and here it is. One life, a deer, it was in love to a beautiful girl next door, but her parents prohibited it. So they built a fence around the house, and the deer was still peeping over the fence, but the fence was built higher and higher. But the power of love was so great that because from then on the deer becomes giraffe. In Chinese, giraffe is the long-necked deer. It turned out that giraffes comes that way. That's how giraffes come about. A bus driver and a minister died on the same day, and they got to God, and God judged the minister to go to hell and the driver to heaven. And the minister complained and he said that he protested, and he said, I give sermons every day on your behalf, but the driver was driving recklessly every day. But God replied, because although you give sermons every day, everybody's falling asleep listening, but the driver, although he's speeding, but the passengers are praying, so therefore the driver goes to heavens. Now we do the question and answer. From Malaysia, asked by Chen Mei Po from Malaysia. Amitabha, when I was young, my big sister asked me to go to a temple for her daughter for the business talisman, and sure enough, my niece became really rich. But for me, I'm just a regular laborer, and then I discovered that it's like my good fortune has been stolen away. So no matter what, I don't have any more money to do business. So is there a way that I can get back my blessing?
他替他的子女到神庙求生意。
This person was asked to ask for a business fool for her niece. And the niece got really wealthy, but she felt that her good fortune has been taken away. So is there a way to get it back? Of course. Why didn't you pray to the Vajra of great fortune? In Tantrayana, your lineage to Guru is the Vajra with great fortune, and Padma Kumara is the great fortune Vajra. Do you know that your Guru, when he just got to America,
every Saturday and Sunday, go to the Anana, the house, buy the garage sale item.
When I just got to America, I live in Vajra, and on Saturday and Sunday, they have garage sales. They would have it in their yard. They would sell their own used things, or inside their garage, they would sell some stuff, and we would go there for the garage sales and yard sales. So every weekend, we would go around to buy those stuff for us. You know, we always say total $1, okay? At that time, you can ask the second brother. And he would drive the car, and we would buy all my clothes from the garage sales. All of our plates, they're all from garage sales. Our desks and chairs and the mirror that's now still hanging at the tent quarter, they're all from the garage sales. At that time, it was really cold in the winter in Seattle, and we persisted not to turn on the heater because it was too expensive for us. So for 3 whole years, we never used any heater, any heating at all. Was it cold? Then, if you're cold, then just cover yourself with the $1 blanket. So even when Simu was working, she would cover herself with the $1 blanket. That's how we lived. You know, the first time I earned money was then I submitted my article to the Xihua Bao, the Northwest newspaper, $4. And then we brought some bread, and then we made some food, and we brought the kids to go to the Gorky Park and then for picnic, for lunch. So it was really hard for us when we just got here. How did we live then? The big second and third brothers at the Alkai shuttle transport at the Lucky Shopping Mall, we bought the vegetables that we bought are not, and it's not that we went to the store and buy, but we buy things that they already thrown out, that expired. They bought those, and then they themselves ate them, and grandmasters and family also ate that. It's all the leftovers, things that were about to be thrown out by Americans, vegetables and fruits that were about to be thrown out. We bought them and ate those. We didn't have any money. We were really poor then. Hey, big bro, you sell furniture. Can you please place a desk in my living room? And I want to start giving spiritual consultation. And the three brothers laugh. No need. This is America. Nobody would come for spiritual consultation. That's when we just got to Ballard. And then I opened my front door and I checked. And for the whole road, it's completely empty. Not even a car was driving by on that 10th Avenue. All of a sudden, there was a tiny cat, a kitten, at my front door, and I asked, "Little kitten, are you here for spiritual consultation?" That's how we lived before. What we ate was the expired vegetables. Like banana that's rotten half, we just cut it off and ate the good half. Or vegetables, it was slightly yellowed, and we just took off the yellow part, and then we ate the rest. And then we went to the Archie Park and then got some seaweed, and then so we make soup from it. So we have seaweed soup. We just went to the beach and we even dried them and then give them as gifts to people in Taiwan. And then later on, Maitreya Bodhisattva passing by in the sky, and I told Maitreya Bodhisattva, we could barely hold it on. And Maitreya Bodhisattva laughed in the sky and opened his cloth bag. Many things fell to my house, and what were they? Dharma robes, Dharma crowns, many things kept falling down. Sutras. And I said, those are all belonging to the Dharma, but no material things. And then cars and houses all coming down. All material things. We have them all. So it was Maitreya Bodhisattva who was passing in the sky and opened the cloth bag, and he told me, "You are the Vajra of great fortune. You will have them all. You don't need to ask for it. People will give them to you voluntarily. If you ask for it, then that's forcing it. You cannot open your mouth and ask, because if you do, you're violating the precept. Never open your mouth and ask for money or ask for things. That's my precept. Golden Mother also told me, and Maitreya Bodhisattva too. I never ask. They all come by themselves. I paid for this rainbow villa and buildings and everything. And Lian Si hired some workers to help build. I have houses. Look at the rainbow villa. So beautiful. I also have cars, and my cars are not ordinary cars. I did not ask, and people wanted to offer, and I declined. Dharma Sister Hanifa offered Maserati to me, and then she also gave me a Rolls Royce. And someone wanted to give me Bentley, but because I already have 2 cars, I said, "Oh, really sorry. It's hard enough for me to take care of 2 cars, Maserati and Rolls Royce, and you want to give me a Bentley?" And the earliest Rolls Royce that I had was given by Master Lian Xing. And many things were offered or given by disciples. I have a diamond. How many carats? Do you remember what I said? How many carat? Carat. Huge. Over 30 carat. Over 30 carat diamond. It was offered to me by a rich man, a rich person of China, a wealthy, a huge diamond, which I am hiding. So you pray to the Vajra of great fortune. If you practice and gain spiritual response, then you would get great fortune. So from having nothing, you would be the have. From the have not, you would become the have. So your good fortune has not been taken away by anyone. As long as you pray to the great fortune Vajra, you would have it. Second question. From Malaysia, Lian Hoa Sao Liang. Wholeheartedly homage to the lineage Guru, living Buddha Lian Sheng, Grandmaster, Simu, may all be auspicious. In your book number 280, Heavens and the Worlds Beyond, article number 20, the Supreme Youthful Goddess. Here are the dialogues between Grandmaster and her. I asked, what is cultivating the way? And she replied, non-dual and non-stop. And I asked again, what is non-practice? And she replied, all you need is to maintain it, no need to exert. So my question is, can you please confirm if my understanding is correct? Understanding below first. So non-dual and non-stop, that's cultivating the way. So when greed, anger, and delusion or the incorrect view appears, then you use the bright radiance of the Buddha nature to counter it and to transform them into empty nature. So you always dwell at the radiance of the Buddha nature. This is cultivating the way. So you transform them into empty nature whenever greed, anger, delusion, or incorrect view appears. This is his opinion. If greed, anger, and delusion appear, then you use the bright radiance of Buddha nature to counter them and transform them into empty nature. And at all moments, you dwell amidst the bright radiance of the Buddha nature. Buddha nature. Let me tell you, what you're talking about is remedy. But non-dual and non-stop or unceasing. Non-dual is not a remedy. What you said makes sense. But you use the bright radiance of Buddha nature to remedy or to counter. But there's no need to remedy. Why? As long as you appear, as long as you generate the empty nature, there's no need to remedy. Because greed is also empty. Anger is empty. Delusion is empty. Ignorance empty. The absolute one is called non-dual. Anytime you can generate and emit your empty nature, and at all moments you miss the empty nature, that's practicing the way. There's no need to counter or remedy, because in that case there would be dual. Greed is empty, anger is empty, ignorance or delusion is empty. So the first question, what you said is also right. However, as long as at any moment you use the empty nature, you apply the empty nature, and you don't need to counter or remedy, that's practicing the way. So his question is quite deep. So his understanding is also correct, but there is no need to counter, because there is no need to remedy. That's no practice, or the realm of no practice. And that's his second question. The yoga of concentration, the yoga of renunciation, and the yoga of one taste, all are considered one or unit or single. When it returns to zero, then that is non-practice, or the yoga of no practice. So what he said was really good. So all the convenience Dharma practices is to eradicate its no thought, its non-relation. This is no practice. So what is the realm of non-practice? The yoga of concentration, the yoga of renunciation, and the yoga of one taste belongs to quote-unquote one. And when everything returns to zero, then that's the yoga of no practice. When everything is eradicated, extinguished, and no thought, no relations whatsoever, then that is called no practice. That's very accurate, very good, what you said. The yoga of concentration, there's still one. The yoga of renunciation, there's still one, or even two. The yoga of one taste is one. It's about oneness. That's of the Mahamudra. The yoga of concentration, the yoga of renunciation, the yoga of one taste, and the highest one, the yoga of no practice. And what he said is that when it returns to zero, then only then it is considered the yoga of no practice. And then all the skillful means, convenient dharmas, are all extinguished. That at that stage you have no more need for Buddha Dharma. There is no Buddha Dharma anymore then. It's the realm of no thought, non-dwelling, and no relations. Then that's referred as no practice. Lian Hua Sao Liang from Malaysia has reached a good state of enlightenment. Now we will expound on the Vajra Sutra. The teacher asked Xiaoming, how come your score has digressed again? And Xiaoming replied, oh, because recently I'm scared. Give me a reason, otherwise get out of here. And Xiaoming said, but teacher, I'm afraid of dark or black. So being afraid of blackness is not related to your score, right? Because I'm afraid to look at the blackboard. Xiaoming is really smart. He's not dumb at all because he's afraid to look at the blackboard. That's why his scores is getting bad. So Xiaoming found a ring, a diamond ring on the street. And the teacher asked, so you found the ring on the street, so why didn't you return it to the owner? And Xiaoming replied adamantly, well, because it's written in the ring, it's yours forever. Okay, let me chant the sutra. Chapter 7, Nothing Attained, Nothing Spoken. Subhuti, what do you think? Does the Tathagata attain the Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi? Does the Tathagata speak on the Dharma? Subhuti replied, in my understanding of the meaning of the Buddha's teaching, there is no such Dharma called the Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, and there is no such Dharma spoken by Tathagata. Why? Because all teachings of the Tathagata cannot be held and cannot be spoken. They are not Dharma and they are not non-Dharma. Therefore, all sages are distinguished by effortless Dharma. So, on this piece, Chapter 7, Nothing Attained, Nothing Spoken. I'm talking about the title now. Nothing attained, nothing spoken. When Bodhidharma went to the Middle Kingdom, people asked him to give Dharma teaching, and he said, sure. And he got on the Dharma throne, and something like this, a board, a note board. He took it and then tapped it on the desk. That's the end. And then he got down. Just like that, so simple. I can do it too. Next time, when I perform ceremony, I would get in here and ring the bell, the Vajra bell. That's the end of the Dharma teaching, and I would walk down. So giving Dharma teaching is the same as not giving Dharma teaching. When you obtain something, it's the same as you do not obtain anything. So chapter 7, Nothing Obtained, Nothing Spoken. So Subhuti was very incredible, really, first and foremost, in comprehending the empty nature. Has he's attained the empty nature. Have you attained the empty nature? No, this is called nothing obtained. Because the one who had attained the empty nature will not say that they had attained the empty nature. Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi is just a name. Nothing obtained, nothing spoken. Nobody gets anything, nobody loses anything. So someone will ask, Grandmaster, you say that nothing to gain, nothing to lose. So you don't get anything and you don't lose anything. So if there's nothing to gain, why do we cultivate spiritually? No need to practice. Let's just play and hike, play in the water. I can bring you to climb the mountains of pillows, sleep, or the chiffon hat mountain. We can climb that mountain, or we can go see the waterfalls. There's a bridge. That's like a poem, very poetic, with a tiny bridge and flowing water and waterfall and also sandy beach. Let's just play around, having fun in our life. Why train and cultivate spiritually? It's nothing to gain, right? Why do you want to cultivate spiritually? Yes, you have to. You want to cultivate spiritually because only by cultivating spiritually you would know that there's nothing to obtain. Otherwise, how would you know? Ultimately, when you cultivate spiritually, you would know that you have not gained anything. That's called zeng yan. It's called like attainment or realization. The one who has truly attained the realm of nothing to attain would know. So the Vajra Sutra has said about it that the mind of the past is unattainable, the mind of the present is unattainable, and the mind of the future is also unattainable. So what kind of mind can you attain? So an old lady is selling some snacks, and a monk is climbing the mountain to look for a master. And the monk is buying some snack. So the mind of the past is unattainable, the mind of the present is unattainable, and the mind of the future is unattainable. So what kind of mind can you attain? Can you get? And the monk could not reply. He's climbing up the mountain to look for a guru. And the old lady said, "Oh, another one's dead. What kind of mind will you gain?" If you can answer correctly, I would give you a free snack. But if you cannot, there's nothing for you. Very simple. It's the mind of unattainability. What I get is the mind of unattainability. If the old lady asks me, the mind of the past is unattainable, the mind of the present is unattainable, and the mind of the future is unattainable, what kind of mind have you got? My answer would be the snack, and then I would take it and leave. That's called for the moment. For the moment, I just want to eat your snacks. Nowadays, there are many Zen people that always talk about for the moment. You know, simply, let me tell you that for the moment is also wrong. Because for the moment, that means it's the mind of the present, right? And we just told you that the mind of the present is also unattainable. So for the moment, that's also wrong. So what is right then? Unattainable. So today, this is what I'm talking about, the title. Nothing obtained, nothing gained, nothing spoken. So why do we want to talk Buddha Dharma? There is no Buddha Dharma, as spoken in the Vajra Sutra, that the empty nature has been there all along. And Buddha nature has been there all along. It's not practice, you don't get it through practice. As I said it last time, you don't practice to attain Buddha nature. Buddha nature has been there all along. And this alone is very profound. Nothing spoken. Sakyamuni Buddha has given Dharma teaching for 49 years, but he hasn't spoken anything at all. And in the Vajra Sutra, it's written that if you say that I give Dharma teaching, you're slandering the Buddha. This is all extremely profound and mystical and mysterious. So the intrinsic suchness of all Dharma is this: nothing gained, nothing spoken. So Buddha nature is empty nature. If you only recognize this Buddha nature, empty nature. So let me ask you, in this world, what have you gained? I am asking you, what have you gained? What kind of things have you gained in this world? What can you gain in this world? Each one of us here, in the future, what will you get? Simply said, who's the youngest here? How old? Tanzan. Your youngest, how old are you? 19. Okay, let me ask you. 100 years later, what will you gain? Nothing. Nothing to gain. That's right. Please be seated. Then why do you still study then? That's right. Is there anyone that can get anything? That can gain anything? Nothing gained. Nothing to gain. I've said it very clearly, and you're still not clear about it? You think that the money you earn is yours. No, it's not yours. Only things that you ate during lunch is yours. But it's not also not really yours, because you would excrete it out at night. So what have you gained? So what the Vajra Sutra said is dream, illusion, illusory, bubbles, shadows, dreams, smokes in the mirror. Everybody works so hard to earn money, or they all fight to become the leader, the head. It's like the Kung Fu novels. Everybody's fighting to be the leader. So now, who is the leader? And America has been number one for a while. It's never forever. Is there anyone that can stay at the top forever? Everything is ever-changing. They all take turns. It's ever-changing. It's impermanence. And in Buddhism, we talk about that, impermanence. Nothing is permanent. You think you're always number one? So let me ask you, what will you gain in this world? Nothing. That's nothing gained, nothing attained. And since it's nothing gained, it's nothing spoken, then what will you say if it's nothing gained? There's no need to say. So although Sakyamuni Buddha spoke for 49 years of Buddha Dharma, it's the same as nothing spoken. And Grandmaster too has spoken for so many years, and it's the same as nothing spoken. But speaking the Buddha Dharma is to let you comprehend and recognize nothing gained, nothing spoken. Once you comprehend it's nothing gained, then your hearts would be at peace and calm and even killed, and then the world will be at peace. But if you think that there is still something to gain, there would be wars, there would be battles, there would be fightings. In the past, my guru told me the worms in the dung worms in the cesspool are just fighting each other. You know, in the past we could still see them, but not anymore. Maggots, like the maggots in the dungs. Now we don't have them anymore because of the chemicals. When we were in elementary school, we still pool in that kind of that the dung pit. I don't know what you call it. And then you can see the maggots. They're just like climbing on top of each other and fighting. Did they gain anything? Human beings are like that too. Nothing to gain. So at this state, you would be very at peace and at ease. The maggots in the cesspit. So nothing to gain. That's spiritual cultivation. Sorry, I missed that one. And your mind would be calm. And then you have no afflictions and you don't compete or fight for anything. Because fundamentally everything is all the same. Nothing to gain. You think you get a house? The house lives longer than you. When Grandmaster passes away, the tantric corridor will still be there. Rainbow Villa will still be here. And my ash would be placed at the Twin Lotus Columbarium. All the same. So you got that position, you buy that spot, but it's not necessarily yours either. No big deal. That's nothing gained, nothing spoken. Nothing gained, nothing lost. The true Buddha Dharma cannot be spoken. The Buddha Dharma that's spoken is just a means, tools, like what we talked about last time. Buddha Dharma is just like a raft. Even the Buddha Dharma should be forsaken, let alone the non-Buddha Dharma. The true Buddha Dharma too should be abandoned eventually, let alone the non-Dharma. Therefore, everybody is at peace and at ease and no thoughts. That is spiritual cultivation. no thoughts, not affected, no relations. Last night I already said, right? Don't think that Grandmaster did not care for my children and grandchildren. It's not that I don't care for them. Well, they are my children. Of course, I love them. But you should know that your children are the karmic creditors from your past lives. If it's good affinity, they would be nice to you. If it's bad affinity, perhaps they would even kill you. So it's affinity. So the affinities from many lifetimes and the karma from many lifetimes would be in control of us. But when you comprehend the Buddha Dharma and you know it's nothing to gain, you would be at peace and at ease. You would be even killed. You still love your children, but everything is just let it be. You goes according to the flow, according to follow their wishes. And all the same, it's not that I have no feelings for them. I want to deliver them, to guide them onto the path too, but it also depends on their affinity. Now they're still attached to the worldly things. They still do not comprehend nothing gained, nothing spoken. But when you truly comprehend nothing gained, nothing spoken, then you are spiritual cultivators. And if in nothing gained, why do you still rob someone else's or steal someone else's things, someone else's things? Why do you still fulfill your own appetite or desire for sensual things? When you have enough for your daily lives, why do you still want to save? They are poisons. Like Sakyamuni Buddha said, they are like poisonous snakes. So intrinsic suchness of all Dharma. What's supposed to be here, it's here. What's supposed to come, they'll come. What's supposed to go, they'll go. If you're supposed to get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. All material things are like that, and also for your children or the grandchildren. If you realize this, then this is the key point of the Vajra Sutra. So today, that's my exposition on the chapter 7, nothing gained, nothing spoken. Nothing gained, nothing spoken, and no meddling. A man told his friend, "What should I do? Each of the girlfriend I brought home, my mom doesn't like." And the friend said, "It's easy. Just find one that looks and has abilities like your mom, then that'll be fine." And he said, "I've tried, but then my dad doesn't like her." So someone got on the taxi, fast, go to the airport. And then the driver said, "So are you trying to catch a flight?" And he said, "Yes." "So what time is your flight?" And he said, 7. And what? But now it's 7:08 and the plane is taken off long ago. And the passenger said, no, they will wait for me. And why? Because I'm the pilot. So the pilot was late. So in class, the teacher asked Xiaoming, what is 1 plus 1? And Xiaoming said, I don't know. And the teacher said, so dumb. And you and I, how many others? And then Xiaoming said, 2 dumb pigs. Oh, Mani, pay me home.